Hello there, this is Carlo. Welcome to another quick After Effects tutorial. This is a requested tutorial. I didn't intend on doing a tutorial like this, but one of my subscribers requested it, so I'm going to try and show you guys basically how to do it. So basically what this guy's asked is basically asked how to alter the textures on the planes in Jetstrike, so add your own flags, so on and so on. So I want to show you my way of doing it. Obviously a lot of people do it different ways. You know, some will use Photoshop, some will use, you know, After Effects, you know, and bounce from Photoshop to After Effects, but there is a way. What I like to do is just do it directly through After Effects, so I don't mess around. Basically I can just stick with the one program. Okay, so let's begin. So obviously you've got Jetstrike installed. You're going to go to your documents, and what you're going to do is you're going to go to your video copilot, and where all your models are basically located within your documents folder. Then we're going to look for Jetstrike maps here. So you're looking for Jetstrike maps. Now within this folder it contains all the textures for all the jets and planes that are allocated within Jetstrike. So obviously this is your Air Force One. Just open one just quickly see. So this is your Air Force One. It is a standard JPEG picture, but obviously we want to alter, you know, the flags or whatever, or just do what we want to do within our planes, personalize it and make it our own. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go to a combat jet here. This is probably the most important part of what you need to do. So what you need to do, you need to right click and you need to copy this firstly and paste it to your desktop here. Now don't drag this to your desktop, copy and paste it, because whatever you alter to this, it will alter your master copy. So what we've done is we're creating a different copy, so you've still got your master copy within your Jetstrike maps pack. So after we've copied that over, all we're going to simply do is we're just going to rename this. We're just going to add something simple at the end so we remember it. So I'm just going to put loads of 2s so I can simply see that's the one I'm going to modify. And then I can alter the text after it's completed at the end. So okay, so we've got that to one side, and what we're going to do is we're going to open up After Effects, and we're going to go to composition, new composition, and we're going to make sure that this duration is set to 1 second, because obviously we're creating a JPEG sequence, and just cancel it, don't accept it. So then we're going to go to File, Import, File, and then we're going to go to our desktop obviously and find our picture. Now obviously there's a reason why we haven't created a new composition, because obviously when you create a new comp, it creates it in the template that you set it to within your comp, but obviously this has got its own setting, this has got its own comp anyway, so we want to keep it to this setting. And the way you do that, instead of dragging it to your comp here, we're just going to drag it to a window and let go, and as you can see it's given us the exact scale basically we want, and we can use this to sort of play around with our textures, so on and so on. Okay, so then you want to think to yourself, okay, so what do I want to put on this plane? I haven't got really nothing in mind, so let me just go to Google, and then I'll try and find a flag. So let's go flags. Obviously images. I've got this one to do. So it's 400 by 200, which isn't a great resolution actually, but because it's going to be small, it might be fine. We could use this one, 802. Obviously the higher resolution, the better quality is going to look on your jet, but just for the sake of this tutorial I'm just going to stick with this one because I quite like this one. I'm going to view the image, and I'm just going to save this image, and then I'm just going to copy it to my desktop so I know where it is. I'm just going to shrink that. So okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to simply file, import, file, and then I'm just going to import the flag here. This is a JPEG sequence, and this one's a PNG file, but this one's I've converted this one anyway, so I'm just going to select this one, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this and basically drop it, sorry, just above our combat jet, so you know, obviously the flag showing. So I'm just going to create, you know, say for instance I wanted it here for the head of it, so I can just place it here, or I can just place it on the wing. So if I oh, sorry about that, come out of here, go back to here. Okay, so say for instance I wanted it here, I could just sort of make it sort of like a bit smaller. I wanted to. Then what I'm going to do is, with this selected, I'm going to go Control D to duplicate, and then I can just bring down this one here like so. But obviously I don't like the way it just looks like there's a couple of stickers just, you know, stuck to the plane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it, I'm going to come up to blend mode, and then I'm going to find, if I can, color burn. So I'm just click on color burn. As you can see, it's given me a lovely effect of a cross on my plane. So I'm going to do the same to this, blend mode, and then I go to color burn, bang, like this. Now this is how I would, you know, add you know, flags or certain, you know, templates to my jet. I mean, it's entirely up to you guys, you know, how you do it yourself. But obviously, you know, I can't show you millions and millions and millions of ways of doing it, because there's obviously so many different designs, you know, that you could do. But if I just click on this again, Control D, and then Control D again. Obviously, if I was doing this properly, I'd rename my flags, you know, so I know what flags they are. But for the sake of just this tutorial, I'm just going to, you know, just do it like this, so you can see exactly how it's done. Okay, so let's just leave that like that for now. It's not exactly straight, but you can see basically where I'm coming from. Okay, so then we're going to go to composition. We are going to go to add to render queue. We're going to obviously select lossless, and then we're going to go from AVI, and we're going to click on JPEG sequence. Now it's not going to make loads of sequences, because previously in the composition we set it to 1 frame, so we should just get 1 picture. And then I'll click OK, and then obviously I'm going to select this one, and this is going to be overwriting the one that I saved on my desktop, so that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to click save on that, and then I'm just going to go Bosch and quickly render it. Job done. Now what we're going to do is, if we shrink that and open this back up, oh, wrong one, where's it gone? It's over here, sorry, didn't delete it. Open this one back up. As you can see, it's got our little crosses on our plane like so. So I'm just going to delete this one because we don't need it no more, and then I'm going to open up After Effects, and then I'm going to go File, New, Project. I'm not going to save that one. I'm just going to do a quick new composition, so you can see me add it to the jet, 10 seconds long. And then we're going to go to obviously Layer, New, Solid, make a font size, and then we're going to go to Effects, Video Copilot, Elements 3D, wait for elements to quickly load up, Scene Setup, and I'm going to go to Jetstrike, and then what we're going to do is just quickly find our jets that we was playing around with. Okay, this. I think it might have been the jet fighter. So let's just quickly have a look at this. This one here, like this. And then basically what we're doing is we're going to change the texture to this. Now the way you do it is if you go to File here, select it, you're selecting the body, and then basically all you're doing is you're going to select this here, the diffuse, click on this arrow and load from File. But instead of loading from the default settings, obviously we're going to load it from our desktop, which is this one, and click OK. Click OK. I think this is the right jet. It should be. It should be the right jet. I don't think I've got the right jet. Alright, let's try and find the right jet. Let's go bring this up. Trying to figure out what the jet is. I've done because I didn't pay much attention to it. Okay, so it's a 2-wing combat jet alternative. Okay. Okay, combat. Scroll down to find our combat jets. Right, combat jet 2. I think it's this one. Right, okay. Yeah, I think it's this one. So let's get rid of that and let's try again. Sorry about that, guys. So let's click on body. This one here, diffuse. And then go load from File, desktop, bada bing, and there you go. We've added our flags, or our bit of artwork, onto our jet, ready to be put into your comp. So that's basically it, really. I mean, obviously, you know, it's limited as what you can do, how you can change your flags, how you can add your flags. It all depends on how you want to sort of design, you know, the texture that you have on this. But what you could do, say for instance you wanted the whole wing to be a flag, you could mask this out obviously, and then match it up with a flag. You know, the possibilities are literally endless. But this is a very simple way of, you know, adding your own sort of things to your comp. And